Are you scared yet? You should be. No, I will never, ever do that voice again in a million years. Don't bother asking. You listen to Blue Please here on WoW Radio with myself, Total Biscuit. I've got 10 minutes left of the show, and that's just enough time for the one and only Imbecile of the Week. Now, usually I have to look long and hard to find Imbeciles of the Week. Fortunately, we've actually found ourselves an Imbecile of the Year who seems to come up with the best posts ever. So I'm going to get you this post, and I'm going to read it out to you. Let's see if I can find it. Now, this is the guy on the EU forums that some of you may know as Replicant. It took him 3 months to get his epic mount. And he's a paladin. Yeah, you know, the one that you get a free epic mount on. Yeah, paladin's going to come kill me now. Okay. Some of you hardcores need to try real life. You're ruining the game for the rest of us because you're 21 years old, or under 21 years old. You have a lot of free time on your hands. Your Uber achievements are making the game too inaccessible for the rest of us. I.e., you achieve something very good, but then Blizzard feels it has to give you something even harder. This makes all the good items get further and further out of the reach for the casuals like me. I remember people were reaching level 60 within 10 days when the game first came out. I'd be surprised. Also, because all of you hardcores are getting your Uber equipment, all the new instances that come out with the best gear are 40-man raids, further excluding us casuals again. Not to mention all the hardcores are owning PvP battlefields through your dizzying ranks, plus you get all the DKP points. You swamp the test servers because you can leave your PC on all night and even sit by it. Everything in this game is being ruined by people who play this game 10 hours or more a day. For God's sake, go out and go to nightclubs like I did when I was your age. Give some of us a chance. This game could survive without the hardcores, but not without the casuals. We are seeing less than 10% of the playing population getting monopoly on all the best gear. You invented DKP points just to tighten your grip on all the best drops too. Where do I start? Replicant's always good for coming up with total and complete crap. And he's excelled himself this time. Right. So, the first thing he says: you achieve something very good, but then Blizzard feels it has to give you something even harder. What? So what you're saying is that Blizzard... Is it Blizzard that's in the wrong, or is it the hardcore players? So I'm not sort of following there. Is it Blizzard's fault for giving some people something else to do when they've run out of things to do? I can't help but notice that casuals always seem to complain about this. Zomg, all the new content is for hardcores. Yeah, but what you're not seeing is the fact that you haven't done all the content in the game yet, whereas hardcore, quote-unquote, gamers already have. So, the people who are going to leave the game are the people who don't have anything left to do. That's the reason you leave a game, because you're bored with it. Not because you're forced out by hardcore players. No, not at all. You're not being forced out by hardcore players. You just feel the need to compete. You feel the need to be the best, and you can't. You can't be the best because there's always a bigger fish. And if you can't accept that, then this is not the game for you. All you hardcore players getting Uber equipment. Really? Wow, that is astonishing. People who are playing the game more are getting better equipment. Wow. We'd better fix that right now. It's clearly a bug. You're owning PvP battlefields through your dizzying ranks. Eh? Hang on. Don't you have to own PvP battlegrounds to get dizzying ranks in the first place? How does that work? You get all the DKP points. Yeah, you get points for being there. Wow, that's crazy. Effort equals reward. Oh wow, you know, that's never a concept that's ever been introduced in real life or any kind of game. You know, that's crazy. I thought I could actually sit here, do nothing, and I would get everything just delivered to me on a silver platter. That would be great. I'd love that. No, I wouldn't, because that would be pointless. Everything in the game is being ruined by people who play this game 10 hours a day. That's everything, folks. Absolutely everything. So, quests are being ruined, instances are being ruined, battlegrounds are being ruined, open world PvP is being ruined, auction houses are being ruined. The ability to ride around and look at the scenery is being ruined by people who play this game 10 hours a day. Or so says Replicant. For God's sake, go out and go to nightclubs like I did when I was your age. I go to nightclubs, but I play a lot as well. That's insanity, Batman! We can't possibly do that! Give some of us a chance. You've been given a chance. You were given a chance to get your epic mount, and it took you 3 months to do it. You suck! You're a paladin. You get it off a lot easier than the rest of us. You tried to do the quest for 3 months, and you didn't. This game could survive without the hardcores, but not without the casuals. You seem to forget the hardcore players are the ones that drive people to achieve more. The race to beat instance bosses, and let's face it, that is one of the only big achievements you can have in this game, is pushed on by hardcore guilds and hardcore players. There is a place for both. And right at the end, just to add, we are seeing less than 10% of the playing population getting a monopoly on all the best gear. There's no monopoly, and you've just pulled that statistic out of your arse. The icing on the cake of a terrible, terrible argument. Good timing on the background music. Apparently we invented DKP points just to tighten our grip on all the best drops. No, invent DKP points because random rolling on epic items is a stupid idea. How would you feel if you went on 20 raids, the item you wanted dropped, and then you lost it to someone who was done 1 raid? How is that fair, I ask you? Whinging, whining, crying your eyes out. Go and compose an emo album, you sorry excuse for a human being. You've been listening to Blue Please with myself, Total Biscuit. I won't be here next week. I'll be on a plane, and I certainly can't complain. What can I end with? I'm not going to end with Warriors of the World because we've played it too many times now, and it's becoming cliche. And that would suck. Thank you for listening to my show. I will be on Ironforged on Tuesday, part of the Downtime Down Under. Check the schedule on our website for the rest of the shows. Ancient of Lore coming up on Monday. Check our archives if you haven't heard them already. This has been Blue Please. I've been Total Biscuit. This has been the Murloc.